Oh, I forgot to start training another unit. Dang. That's a mistake on my part. I'm not gonna reload the game over that though. I won't save scum that. But what I should have done there is start training a new unit on turn 1. So I'll be 1 turn behind on that. Okay, this pops up every time you play the primals. There's always a thing nearby that's like your spirit calls to you and you want to go talk to it. Okay, an ancient agreement. While your people still build up their foothold at Evermore's shores, you find yourself summoned to a meeting with Merlin and the Messenger of the Horwind. When the Archons establish their circles of Deogai throughout the worlds within, the messenger, called Uliu Whitecrest, begins. The Circle's wizards soon felt the chains of Archon rules and leadership. No longer could they freely explore the secrets of the arcane. No, they had been reduced to mere stewards of an Archon order. Uliu Whitecrest pauses, as if she's expecting Merlin to interrupt her monologue. Then, she continues. My people have a long tradition of preserving and guarding magical secrets. They made an offer to the most ambitious Gaudir of the Circles. Together, Uliu Whitecrest ends her talk. Gaudir and Horwind created the Shrouded Isles, isolated pockets within the Astral Sea hidden from the Archons. To summarize, Merlin at last responds, your people came to Athla, conjured secret islands with Evermore's wizards, and none of this was found out thereafter. Remarkable. We know how to keep our secrets, Uliu replies, raising plumy eyebrows. As for the Wizard Kings, our agreement ensured their own mortal discretion. Nevertheless, nothing is safe forever. They unfold a map and point at various marked locations. These are the shrouded gates leading to the isles hidden beyond Evermore. Someone has started to plunder the arcane secrets guarded within those shrouded isles. Soon thereafter, the astral disturbances on Evermore began. And if we explore the Shrouded Isles, Merlin concludes Uliu's words, we may find the source of the astral disturbances. Dagny, are you ready to comb through Evermore's most well-guarded secrets? Agree. Lose Imperium, demand a pawn. You gain Astral Heart. No. Inquire about the Shrouded Gates, their surroundings. For 6 turns, you will lose knowledge, but you explore the map areas around all Shrouded Gates. I'll just agree to it. Okay. So, this right here, we need to interact with this for the spirit thing. Like I said, primals always have that. This spirit location is always near a primal starting point. And what it wants you to do is make this megalith, I believe, that will essentially start making the area around your city the terrain that you like if you don't already have it there. Okay, let's start making that here. Okay, we could just auto that one. Easy. And we're out of movement. Storehouse completed because our reward from that battle was a ton of production. Let's go Woodcarver's Workshop, and then end the turn. How long does a match of AOW4 usually take you? Reshiux, it depends on the map. Like, for example, this, I don't know, this is probably a medium or a large map, but you can make some that are even larger than this. And it depends on what factors you have on it. But I would say 4 to 8 hours for like a medium one. But if you want to have like an epic campaign that you play for weeks, you can easily do that. You know, if you just have like a lot of players on just the largest possible map, it will take a while. And then you can also set different win conditions. You can have win condition where you have to like beat everyone with military, or win condition the first to cast this spell wins. And so on and so on. There's you can have it like the game ends on turn 100 and whoever has the highest score wins at that time. You know, whatever you like. Okay. 255. All right, so that's the next weakest one. So we're gonna go over here, and our troops will heal to full at the end of that turn. Skip Constricting Focus. Ruler leveled up. Okay, so right here, friendly units will get +1 regen for 3 turns. So now this is an AoE heal that will do AoE regen, which is huge, and the main reason I start Ritualist on most of my games. All right. Let's see. Okay, we can expand. All right, first thing we're gonna want is a farm. So, because the rate that we could expand is going to pick up with farms. And we're going to get it here because then we also get the Ash Sabertooth Den, which makes the people happy. So we'll do that. And then start building something else. We'll do the vendor because it's boosted, so it'll build faster. Okay, we're gonna redo that manually because we lost a troop, and that is unacceptable. Alright, let's see. So I think these birds have a ranged attack? No, they don't. Okay, they get into melee range. And the warg is tier 2. Okay, one trick, you can click on an enemy unit to see how far its movement range can go on the next turn. So I can see that it will reach these ranged units. And if I do that, it won't. So we're gonna back those up a tile. Oh, Control Z. If you move a unit and it didn't trigger any attacks, you are allowed to Control Z and undo it. Okay. I'm just gonna do that and let them come to me. Actually, I want to give him an extra turn, which should be able to kill this. Okay, and summon the kitty cat. Alright, end turn. Oh, yikes. Okay. Alright, cat. Okay, so the defender, he survived, just barely. Stinking Rotbringer. 2-inch sword. Ritualists can't use that, so just throw it in storage for now. Alright, so that is 240 strength. We can't go over water yet. Yeah, we need that research to go over water. My old nickname? Oh, goodness. Stinky Rotbringer. Okay, turn. Scouts finding stuff. I love the auto-explore in the scouts. I sometimes, when I'm playing Total War, I wish that there was an auto-explore option. Just make a few scouts and have them start running around the map. But, 'tis not the case. Let's see. What was this quest? Wizard's Throne explored. You know, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to keep working on what's right around me for the moment. Because there's always the possibility that if I go and do that, it will trigger some timed event or something. Okay. They've got a support unit in the back, and all these are melee. Okay. So I'm going to move here and put regeneration on these units. And I'll give it a bundle heal there. Ah, graze. Barely tapped it. I don't want to summon the cat yet because it only lasts 3 turns, so I want to do it when they get closer. Looks like the cat also gives itself strength buffs each time it attacks. That's pretty rad too. Let's give the tier 3 unit an extra turn and have it attack again. There we go. Have it leap here and do an AoE there. So that's interesting. When these things were hitting that guy, this unit, which was 2 tiles away, also was taking splash damage. So that AoE from the Sabertooth faction, the Sabertooth primals, it reaches out a little bit. Muck, I'd like to tell you that ANET announced a collab between Guild Wars 2 and Power World in both games along with the patch notes, but I won't because I'd be lying. Yeah, I was sincerely doubtful. You notice I didn't, like, have a spike of excitement or anything partway through that story, because I was like, I don't know. Don't know about that. Okay, we can expand again. And honestly, we're going to just want more farms right now so that we can keep expanding more and more quickly. Alright, start doing Enchanted Crow Companion spell. The Crow Companion is a buff for the scouts so that they can see farther. They have a longer vision range. Okay, we got 1 additional unit now. And we can expand again. What the heck? That was quick. Oh, I didn't see this. This tile has pastures, the sheep icon, so it gives twice as much food as normal. So get that. And buff our scouts. Is Guild Wars 2 patch live? Barry, I believe so. People were telling me about it earlier. I'm going to do a patch notes video in a bit. I haven't done that yet, but I think the patch is already live. Okay, we'll just accept the auto for that. Okay, we got a beetle mount. Beetle mount has very fast movement for the person riding it, and it comes with the skill Pestilent Escape, where basically farts and then backs away from a fight. So we'll give that to her. Alright, next I want to get Protective Wild Growth. And... All this is kind of just okay. I'll take Initiative Nature, which gives all the other units in the army 10 more hit points, so, you know, better staying alive. And then we'll get this, which gives Grace to the units. That is done. Okay. I'm now going to get my favorite second tome, which is Warband, for mentorship, just to start rapidly leveling up units.
Magic is fickle.
But we didn't get it as an option right now.
Here you learn to hold a weapon before the age of 7. For at 7 you stand watch. You turn war drills into your games. Your pastimes are hunting your own food and winning pit fights. Our lieutenant says that we shall never know.
Let's do that one. Stone Stella is boosted. We'll get that. Oh, there's the Ash Sabertooth Temple. We're gonna want that at some point, but it doesn't have to be now. Actually, do I want that now? Provinces within a radius equal to the city tier grant +5 mana. That would be a lot of mana pretty quick. You know what? I'm gonna put that in front. Is it +5 mana for each province that's Ash nearby? Is like just 1, 2, 3. That's gonna almost double my income. Crimson said play your way in Guild Wars 2. What's this? Huh? Hold on. What is this? Also, why is it not dark mode? I thought I had their whole website in dark mode.
Amidst the many paths we each walk, we all heed the same call. Adventure. In Guild Wars 2, you'll answer that call. In the world of Tyria...
Okay, is this just like, so it says featuring Kroof. Okay, so I guess this is like basically a video to try to convince people to download and try the game.
Sets and decoration patterns of the game in endgame PvE.
All right, that's cool. I don't think I need to cover that in a news video though, but that is neat. All right, Okay, got close enough to the quest thing. Exposed to the devouring winds blowing from the ruins of Dulsmere, you are joined by Merlin. This was the wizard tower of Fengir, Merlin explains. Master of earth magic, inventions and buildcraft, and a friend. He stood against the conspirator wizards of Evermore during the Second Age and again on Grexolus when they called themselves Shadrai. Long ago are the days when he would drop the use of magic in fear of the shadow demons. Now, Fengir molds the astral flows, binding the light of the stars in enchanted ruins. The secret gate of Fengir lies near, Merlin concludes. Now that its concealing spell has been broken, it is hidden in plain sight. Prepare to enter. Okay. Alright. We're probably doing okay on, let's see, 10 and 7, 315. Alright. Let's get a research post. Okay, so I've got a portal there going somewhere, and there's the ruins of Dulsmere. Oh, it's already cleared. Interesting. So usually, you know, you have to send an army inside these things to do a fight to clear it. This one's already cleared, so if I'm able to expand over there and absorb it, I would get the benefits of it. Alright, enter. Cutting through the webs surrounding the ruins, your troops are aided by Merlin. Spiders, of course, he calls out, incinerating the remaining webs with some well-placed fire. Though it would be a deadly mistake to reduce Arachna to her affinity for spiders, just like her eight-legged denizens, Arachna loves to lure unwary god-ears into her traps. As I heard, even Meander fell victim to her woven enchantments back on Oldweald. You should move with caution, Merlin warns. The unnatural mist near Arachna's gate does not bode well. Make sure to stick a unit on top of the wizard tower to actually claim it. Do I have to do that? I could also possibly just plop an outpost over here to get it sooner. Let's do that. I'll build an outpost there, and then I can claim this from the outpost. Arriving at Shrouded Gate, Uliu searches the area for traces of her people. We Horwind have a long tradition of devising and inscribing magical ciphers, Uliu explains, while she inspects the various stone formations surrounding the portal. It is always fascinating to find a message written in a system we stopped using ages ago. Ah, yes, Uliu calls out at last, halting an eroded rock. The portal guardians left us a clue, though it isn't much. A secret is buried beneath this island. Uliu reads out the ciphers, deeper than what we guard. Memorize. Okay, and then... Alright. Okay, that's done. Do I have enough gold for more troops? Yes, I do. Got another darter. Okay. Let's get basic seafaring so our scouts can go over water. And I'm gonna get resources from pickups increased by 50%, because that's really only going to be in the early game. Because the map is covered in pickups, like this right here is a pile of something, in the early game, but once they're all picked up, you know, they're all picked up. I don't believe they respawn. So we're going to get that now because it's going to be just less useful the more time that passes. Drawn to the brim of an enormous crater, you gaze at a desolation of floating ruins, broken wards, and a shattered tower piercing the sky, the broken throne of Evermore. Even now, millennia later, the fractures in the astral flows echo the destruction liberated from within the wizard's wizard's throne when Merlin cast the spell that activated the seals on Athla. However, within the turmoil of flickering magic and mana-draining pulls, you can sense a vast presence, intangible yet overpowering. Could this be the voice of Athla calling to you through her dreams? Reaching out to the presence beyond the broken throne, you gain knowledge, gain a Watcher unit, tier 3. Tap into the currents, receive, okay, basically double my current mana, or gain Cosmic Resonance trait. When a spell is cast in combat, gain +2 protection according to the affinities of the spell. I'm gonna take the tier 3 unit. Is it Abo? Okay. I was hoping the tier 3 unit was going to appear next to my troops, but it appeared way over here. So, let's see. You discovered the broken throne. Woo! Okay, so... Wow, what? Provinces adjacent to this landmark grant bonus knowledge. A city with 3 provinces adjacent to this landmark gain... Enemy spells have a chance of backfiring. Okay, lots of cool stuff there. That's my favorite unit in the whole game. Why is that box? Whoa. Carrying the scent of pestilence and decay, long lines of Evermore Wights stage the arrival of the Grim Master, Necron Almighty. Oh, this game has Necrons. Death to all, and death specifically to you, Merlin. He declares with a cold grin. You may have denied me my triumph in the Second Age, old man, but even then you were always one step behind. You didn't realize why the All-Devourer liberated the Wizard Kings of the Circle, nor did you find the marks of Urath I placed on the Archon necropolises throughout Athla. Now behold my latest creation, a late gift to the fading lineage of House Eniok. Necron has become an eldritch sovereign, channeling his necromantic powers to raise the deceased elves of the First Age. I see you haven't changed your ways in one bit, Necron, Merlin replies calmly, though his corrupt hand appears to be restrained with great force. But you bring no news to one who was the broken pawn of the enemy. Twitching tentacles attempt to crawl out of Merlin's robe, but immediately flinch as if struck by a flame. In the reflection of the pitiless void, everyone is a puppet, Necron. Arath's magic cannot be wielded without succumbing to its corruption. If only you brought true death, Necron, Merlin says with a sigh, but you merely deny the dead their peaceful end. Oh my god. Your weakness is not my concern, Merlin, Necron retorts. Where you succumbed, I triumph. What about you, Dagny? Necron asks, suddenly addressing you. Why would you follow a broken pawn? Don't mistake me for a servant of Arath. A master of death can bestow eternal gifts of his own, and knows many friends throughout the worlds within, weaving a new dominion. Let's not waste our time here, Merlin cuts off Necron. Dagny, this is the one shrouded isle less to explore, for you heard what to expect from Necron Almighty. There's a simple way to learn if Evermore's disturbances are Necron's doing. Merlin concludes, staring at you. Will you return the Evermore Whites to rest? Vow to take him down. You are now at war with him. You gain 10 Imperium income. Or wait to see how it unfolds. Yeah, we'll go to war. See, constricting focus. Other rulers gone to war. That's still going. There's a bunch of ruined notes here too. There's another Ash Sabertooth Den. Can we build stuff in here? Hold on. No, it doesn't look like it. At Fangir's breached Arcanum, your troops find Omnifracturus. Merlin picks it up. You've chosen a perilous path to walk, my friend, he says, talking to himself. Do you think you will triumph where the Unmakers failed? Merlin hands over Omnifracturus. Use this with care, he remarks, then continues to explain. When I shattered the wizard's throne to seal Athla, devouring energies not unlike those of the fracturing became liberated and scarred evermore. Fangir must have returned to his isle during the Fourth Age, investigating this anti-magic I had unleashed. The astral ripples we pursue do not carry the footprints of the void, he concludes. This isn't Fangir's doing, I'm certain of it. You receive a bunch of knowledge. You will gain a hero item called Omnifracturus. It's an orb. Fangir's breached Arcanum unlocks the Fractured Worm for Rally of the Lieges, which is a tier 4 unit. Okay. So bread for war is done. Oh man, I want all of these. These are all really good. We're gonna start with that one, but I do want all those. Our outpost is done. Do I want to make this a city? Those nodes are currently destroyed, so I'd have to rebuild them. And it's not near one of the Ash Sabertooth things, so I don't know if I want to make this a city. So for now, we'll do the original plan and get a work camp, which will allow us to claim the ruins of Dulcemere. And then this one... What do we want from you? Big production, so we build faster. Alright, constricting focus, so all these units can now immobilize enemies when they attack. Heroes offer to join. None of these are... Okay, we've already got a Writ. Battle Saint is extremely similar to Writ.